And speaking of Dr. Claude Anderson, in this book right here, The Black History Reader,
Mm-hmm.
must read, by the way, Black History Reader 101 Questions You Never Thought to Ask. One of the questions in here, question number 9, says, what's the difference between Black American and an African American? And so I'm not going to read the whole passage or whatever, but he said Black exceptionality is a fundamental key to unlock the doors leading to group self-empowerment. Let me read that again. Black exceptionality, and you know he's referring strictly to foundational Black Americans. We are exceptional people. Doesn't mean that we're better than everybody else. It means that we have a very unique history. We have very unique grievance
Circumstances.
and
Mm-hmm.
circumstances different from anybody else on the planet. You know what I'm saying? What we went through here in the United States of America, our ethnogenesis brought about a people who are different from any other group on the planet. And the accomplishments and the achievements that we've had, in spite of everything that we've gone through, that's what makes us exceptional. You know, they refer
Our
to us as
ingenuity.
our ingenuity. You know, they refer to us as being a cultural superpower. You know what I'm saying? We dictate everything that's cool on the planet. You know what I'm saying? The people who've been through the most, we're the most emulated people on the planet. So that's what he's talking about, our exceptionality. And us recognizing that is the key to unlock our empowerment. And so that's exactly what we're doing. That's what this conversation is all about. It's just us and that's what I'm talking about when I say that there are many people out there that don't know. They might have a general idea that, you know, we're not immigrants and that, you know, we're not the same as a Jamaican person or African person or whatever case may be. They might have that general concept, but they don't understand our exceptionality. They don't understand what that means for us. And that is the key to unlock our empowerment. Once we understand that, we won't tolerate a lot of nonsense that we tolerate, because a lot of people know that, right? They know that we're not immigrants, and they know that there's a difference between us and other Black people from around the world. But that hasn't stopped us from tolerating a lot of the garbage that we have tolerated for all this time. But those of us who are waking up to the scam of flat Blackness are the ones that are recognizing our exceptionality, and we're no longer tolerating the bullshit.
Right. And checking it.
Right. So that's why it's a key. It's a major key. And so he said recognition, respect, and appreciation for our contributions to the socioeconomic development of this nation, to which we are entitled as a special people. They must distinguish themselves by claiming their exceptionality as Black Americans, just as Europeans in the 1680s distinguished themselves by officially labeling themselves white Americans instead of pilgrims or Puritans. They delineated.
Right.
The white folks in the 1600s, they delineated. They said, we different from the white people back home in Europe. We different. You know what I'm saying?
Or like the Jewish people, because they don't like to
Right.
identify themselves as white. They made themselves, gave themselves a different, identity or an ethnicity, if you will.
Exactly. Exactly. They took a religion and turned it into an ethnicity in order to
Mm-hmm.
delineate themselves from other Europeans. Right? He said, due to the fact that the masses of Blacks in America are totally ignorant of Africa, they identify with African American label only out of love and respect for the Black people who residing on the African continent. And y'all need to get the book and read the rest of it. I ain't going to read the whole thing to y'all, but very important book right there. Shout out to G Winner in the building, FBA all day. Papa Gold. Okay, got the Israelite back in the building. Shout out to the Israelites. Guess what? Mr. Israelite? I agree with you. You know, I ain't gonna give you no pushback. We are Israelites. Shout out to the Moors. Sabir Bey was in my comment section yesterday because I had to get on him a little bit. But shout out to the Moors. And guess what? I agree with y'all too. We are the Moors. We all of that. We all of that. I agree with y'all. God bodies, we the original man. Y'all are correct also. All of the above. Yes. But as an ethnicity, we are foundational Black Americans.
Black Americans. Period.
And that makes us exceptional. That makes us exceptional because all of us, all of the melanated peoples over here in the Western Hemisphere and all of that, we are Israelites, right? What's your name? What's your name? Maltese? Oh, no. Israelite, polite. All of us, the Puerto Rican, the Black Puerto Ricans, the Caribbeans, us, all of us, we all Israelites, right? We all the lost tribes of Israel, right? I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? We all indigenous to the Americas and all that. We the people of the book that they was referring to in the Old Testament and all that. The people that was going to be put in bondage and all of that stuff. That's us. I agree with you.
That's the foundation of Black Americans. Yes.
But the same way I'm not a Puerto Rican, they not FBA.
That's it.
Same way I'm not a Jamaican or a Haitian, they not FBA.
That's it. Simple.
So, you're right, but the conversation is just a little more nuanced. You know what I'm saying? And we the so-called tribe of Judah. Yes, we are. But we still FBA though.
Now do the FBA. The Team Black. Team Black. Team Black. I'm just playing.
Copper colored races found here by the Europeans. Yep, that's us. Yep, the Folsom people and all that. Yep, that's us. Mm-hmm. Some of us had an ethnogenesis though. So we FBA now. Does that clear things up for y'all? Some of y'all Israelites and Moors and stuff. Does that clear?
Find a way.
Does that clear some of it up? Because I don't got no problem with what y'all saying, but y'all seem to have a problem with what we saying. I don't understand. There's no conflict there. Even the Pan-Africanists. Shout out to the Pan-Africanists. I still feel like Pan-Africanism is an ideal concept. It's just not practical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If Pan-Africanism was a reality, that would be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If all Black people around the world got on code with each other, oh, that would be great. That would be fantastic.
But
it's not the case.
And why are all the Pan-Africanists here?
Right.
You know, all the ones that want us to be so African, a lot of them are right here in DC, California, New York, you know what I'm saying? All over the world. Everybody is everywhere but Africa.
Right.